We've officially made it to week 1 of the NFL season, with the Arizona Cardinals still playing things very close to the chest. Right now, we still don't know who's going to be starting at quarterback in week 1 versus the Washington Commanders, but we did get some big updates pertaining to your Arizona Cardinals. Let's dive right into it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into another video. Definitely do me a huge favor, smack the like button on this video and subscribe for more Arizona Cardinals content. Definitely follow me on all my social platforms. Everything will be in the description below. Alright, everybody, let's go and dive right into it. Let's go and talk about the latest here for the Arizona Cardinals. We did get two big pieces of information, and that is the 2023 Arizona Cardinals captains heading into the season, as well as the final practice squad. So we finally know who is going to be a member of the Arizona Cardinals practice squad. So let's dive right into the 2023 Cardinals captains. Let's first start off with quarterback Kyler Murray. Makes sense, right? As of right now, unfortunately, he is still in the PUP list. As of right now, he is going to be on there for a total of at least 4 weeks, and we'll have to kind of wait to see how it all shakes out after those 4 weeks. After that is going to be Budda Baker. Makes sense, right? He's going to be obviously a leader of men everywhere he goes, so he is seen to be a captain here for the Cardinals again. And then we got Kazir White, and this guy right here is a brand new guy to the Arizona Cardinals, joining our linebacking core, and he's got a really good connection with Jonathan Gannon. It makes sense that he is going to be a captain, and he has a really good camp for the Cardinals, so definitely kudos to that. And then we got DJ Humphries, the guy that's going to be our left tackle and hopefully an anchor for the Arizona Cardinals this year. DJ Humphries is also a captain. And then we got James Conner. Now, one of the biggest surprises to me is Dennis Gardeck. Now, I believe one of the main reasons as to why he is a captain for, the Arizona Cardinals is if you really look at our outside linebacking core right now, there's a lot of young, promising talent out there, but Dennis Gardeck has a lot more tenure with the Arizona Cardinals, right? He most likely is a really good locker room guy, a good leader, so that's probably what the Cardinals are looking for, and that's probably why they named him as a captain for the Cardinals heading into the 2023 season. All right, let's go and dive right into the final practice squad here for the Arizona Cardinals, which one thing that we did mention here in earlier videos is that we're going to see a lot of changes for the Cardinals 53-man roster, as well as the practice squad as well. So I know sometimes it's kind of hard to buy into the deadline for the 53-man roster, but we just got to keep in mind that we know what the core is going to be. It's just going to be a little bit of moving pieces towards the tail end of the roster. So let's take a look at the full practice squad here for the Arizona Cardinals. Let's first start off here with wide receiver Daniel Ariz. Don't really know too much about him, but he's a member of the Arizona Cardinals practice squad. And then we got wide receiver Andre Bocelli. Now, I do actually like him a lot. He has been showing a lot of flashes for the Arizona Cardinals in these preseason games. He just never really had a fair chance, a fair opportunity to really come out here and kind of show his worth, right? But Andre Bocelli is now a member of the practice squad here for the Arizona Cardinals. Let's move on to the next player. That is going to be defensive lineman Eric Banks. We did see him a little bit in preseason, but makes sense as to why he's in the practice squad. Let's move on over to the next offensive lineman, Jackson Barton. Don't really know too much about that individual, but hey, let's see what he can do. Maybe he's developing in the practice squad as of right now. Move on over to the next guy, and that is going to be safety Andre Chatre. In terms of a guy that just butchers a lot of people's names. These practice squad people, we're not really hearing their names a lot, so I absolutely apologize about, if I did butcher his name, but he's a practice squad member. Let's move on over to the next guy here, running back Corey Clement. That right there is huge. I'm so glad we were able to retain him. He actually flashed a lot in preseason, and I'm actually very happy that we kept him. I would love to see him in the 53, but I mean, as long as we were in the practice squad, I think that's a huge win for the Arizona Cardinals. So I'm actually very excited that we were able to retain him there. Let's move over to the next guy, wide receiver Caden Davis. We've seen him in punt returns. I think he actually flashed here and there, but practice squad member here for the Arizona Cardinals. Move on over to the next guy here. That's going to be quarterback Jeff Driscoll. I think for the most part, most people would have loved to see David Blau here, but unfortunately, David Blau is a member of the practice squad for the Detroit Lions, which obviously he's had a lot of time with the Detroit Lions organization, and he found himself back over there, and the Arizona Cardinals is now signing or already brought in Jeff Driscoll here to the practice squad for to be their quarterback. So move on over to the next guy, offensive lineman Marquise Hayes. I think there's a lot of people that were very high on him in terms of being a solid point here in the offensive line. He's still a member of the Arizona Cardinals, just not the final 53, so we'll see how he develops there. Move on over to the next guy, offensive lineman Hayden Howerton. there's that. Next guy, safety Javonte Moffitt. And then we got cornerback Bobby Price. Defensive lineman Ben Still. Now, this guy right here was actually a member of the Final 53 at one point, but that's just a perfect example of those guys at the tail end, right? Those bubble guys. Just because you made it to the Final 53 doesn't mean you're not going to be moved to the practice squad or released, right? To make move for new people that were coming off the waiver wire. So he did stay with the Arizona Cardinals, and I know there's some people that were really excited about that. So we'll see how it all shakes out. Let's move on over to the next guy here, cornerback Quavion White. Don't really know too much about that individual as well, but member of the practice squad. Move over to the next guy here, tight end Blake Whiteheart. I know there's some people out there that were really excited about him, especially because that one catch he got from Clayton Tune, straight up the seam, had a really, really good dependable catch, really good dependable hands at that very moment. He got hit really hard and did not drop the ball, so we were able to retain him in the practice squad, just not in the Final 53. Move on over to the next guy, quarterback. Is it David Wilson? Now a member of the practice squad here. And then we got our tight end here, international tight end Bernhard Sikovic. Most likely butcher the name here as well, but he did remain a member here of the Arizona Cardinals practice squad. So those are going to be our 17 practice squad members here that we're going to be rolling with the 2023 season. Excited to see how they're going to shake out, if they're going to be called up, if they're not going to be called up. I don't think they're most likely will be, unless there is like big drastic injuries, which obviously nobody wants to get anything like that. We're just trying to kind of go through the motions right now and see what this 2023 roster is going to shake out to be, right? We don't really know 100% what this roster is going to look like. I think a lot of Cardinal fans right now are kind of in a really weird situation where there's very optimistic people, there's very pessimistic people out there, but I think I'm kind of right down the middle where I know this might not be the best season, but we just want to see some fight, right? We want to see some fight with this new regime, and hopefully we can become a team that just builds off of this year. But we do got another big move here as well for the Arizona Cardinals, and that is that the Cardinals are now bringing in long snapper Aaron Brewer. No need to fear, ladies and gentlemen. I think that was one of the guys that I was surprised with. They ended up getting cut for the Final 53, but I remember specifically a person in my comments saying they do this every year, so don't worry about it. So I should have listened to him, right? That they were going to go ahead and make room for him in the Final 53 towards the start of week 1, and that's exactly what the Arizona Cardinals did. So they did bring in Aaron Brewer back into the Final 53, so no need to fear there. Other than that, we did hear some updates pertaining to Kyler Murray. Of course, the media is asking Jonathan Gannon whenever they possibly can, what is the quarterback situation looking like? We still don't know any updates pertaining to who's going to be the QB1 for the Cardinals. I think maybe Friday or Saturday we might know who the QB1 for the Arizona Cardinals are going to look like, either Josh Dobbs or Clayton Tune. So as of right now, TBD, and we're going to have to find out how that's going to look like and shake out heading into week 1 of this regular season. So as of right now, ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts here for the Arizona Cardinals practice squad, as well as the captains for the Arizona Cardinals heading into the 2023 season? Thank you so very much for tuning in as always. Have a great rest of your day, and go Cards.